So here we are right at the top of the school. It's about close to 600 meters from the borehole. We actually put an entire new piping system straight from the borehole. We sunk a new borehole for them. Sorry, not a new borehole, new pump. And that's in order to feed the tank that's right at the top of the school to ensure that we have enough pressure to actually bring this facility online that was standing empty for the best part of 12 years. So the boys' toilets, we took out the old urinal which wasn't functional and we put in two new urinals for them, and we kept the existing three toilets which are obviously also fitted with the flush masters, and then once again we kept 4 basins on this side and just replaced the old ones that were in here. Once again, tiling all round, and fixed the ceiling for them, gave it a bit of a paint coat so it does look new and fresh. So here we are at the primary school. Also received a bit of a revamp, both boys and girls toilets. New doors installed. Previous doors were worn terribly, so replaced them. New locks on the security gates as well. The primary school also, the kids are also fed here from the school, so they've got a little bit of kitchen around the back. And they always had problems, with washing their pots and pans. So what we've done is we've installed 3 wash-throughs for them, and that'll just ease the whole process for them. And the kids can also use this to clean out their lunch tins, and they can also use it for a drink of water. We also revamped the teachers' toilet. They had the same problem. They couldn't actually flush the toilets, so they would use the buckets after they were done. So I think it's just so much nicer for them as well, and they are really happy with the change, and it looks really nice. As with the other facilities, we've installed the same basins. These are the Springbok basins from Vol and the Cobra star taps, and also the soap dispensers. I think that's also part of everything that we're doing here is to give the kids something to wash their hands if they need to. Obviously we had to redo the piping throughout this entire system as well, just to make sure that we get all the water points connected. So that's 4 new basins, and then on this side we've got 5 toilets also fitted with the flush masters from Cobra, and once again we've got the 3-tier toilet roll holders which are lockable to ensure that the toilet paper doesn't disappear. We've stuck with the vandal resistant toilet seats, which are great. They really do the job, and that just ensures a bit more of a longevity for these toilets. So here we are at the creche. Not a lot of work to have been done here, but important work nonetheless. The toilets weren't actually flushing when we got here, so we had to redo the piping system from scratch just to make sure that the water still feeds into the cisterns. So we'll have a look inside and show you what we've actually done there, and also some of the zincs that we've installed for the teachers here for cleaning up, and they also cook some food here for the kids, so the zincs are pretty important. So here's one of the zincs that we installed, hot and cold water. We've got a solar geyser on the roof. Just the whole setup is a lot more hygienic than it used to be. We had rotten wood, and it just wasn't conducive for this type of environment. So we tiled the whole foyer, entrance into the little toilets, and we thought it would be a good idea to put in some partitioning. There never used to be partitioning in here. Created a little frame for it, and obviously the junior toilets. I think these guys are pretty small, so they need a small toilet to do the job. And we also dropped the basins down so that they can use it themselves. They used to be much higher. We actually had 2 basins. There used to be only the 1 little basin here. So in total there's 8 little toilets and 4 basins, also with hot water, and they can actually switch off the hot water if that becomes a problem with the kids, going to burn themselves, etc. So as mentioned, they do cook for the kids here at the creche, and we're also now in the kitchen area, and we installed a new zinc from them here as well. Same story, hot and cold water, and that'll just help them because they used to clean the pots and pans outside. Now they can do everything inside. So in total we installed 4 new tanks. The creche also received a new tank. It was leaking extensively, both at the joints, and it had a big crack at the top, so that's also great for ensuring that there's continuous water flow. so that they don't have to manually switch on and off. There's new valves for both the inlet and the outlet, so once again maintenance can be done on the entire system. The tank can be isolated from the rest of the system, and once again, you know, that just helps for the whole maintenance side of it. We ensured that all the other houses around here are also connected properly. We fixed their pipes, so all the rotten pipes are out, brand new piping system, so they shouldn't have any problems with water and continuous water. So the guys from Quickhot sponsored some solar geysers for us. We've put on the solar geysers, one at the creche, and then we've got one at each of these teachers' facilities. And you know, that's a lot of power saving that goes on. And you know, the geysers that they had were all burst and they weren't working for years, so this is a nice addition for them. You know, they've got a whole new bathroom with hot and cold water that they can use, and you know, it's certainly going to go a long way for them as well. And these solar geysers are certainly doing the trick, nice and hot outside, so good hot water that they've got here. So the main reason why these toilets here at the top never functioned is because they installed a French drain system, which is actually not allowed in this area. So what we had to do is we had to pull in septic tanks. So we've done that in the form of two 6,000 litre tanks, and we just filled up these holes that were basically, you know, a rubbish dump, and filled them up and made it look a bit nice, and you know, reconnected all the drain pipes to feed into the septic tank, and these are obviously cleaned up, you know, during the week. We built a little water fountain here for them, included a nice little drain pipe that goes into a French little drain we have there, and a nice thing about it is the guys from Cobra gave us these demand taps, which obviously is good for, you know, saving water at the end of the day.